Hey there, friends. How you doing this morning? So I got a subscriber question from a high school student, or at least how I read the question is it feels like it's a high school student. Basically, the net of it is they found my book online. I'm actually not sure how they found it, but thank you for finding it. They read it, and the basic question is, hey, I'm in high school. I'm going to guess they're a senior, but I don't know that for sure. I'm going to guess they're a senior, and they're basically asking, hey, how do I get started real estate investing? So I thought about that for a little bit, and I wanted to put together this video, for anyone who's really looking at getting started. Answer the high school basically, hey, I'm 18. Let's assume you can legally sign contracts, and you want to get started. I don't know very much about this individual, but I'm going to think back to when I was in high school and kind of what I had at my disposal. And this applies to both female and male high school students. In this case, it was a young man. But let's just think about kind of four things, four variables. First, two weak spots, and then two strong spots. The first two weak spots are one, obviously, you don't have much money, right? We're going to assume you don't have a trust fund. We're going to assume you haven't saved a whole bunch yet. We're just going to assume you're starting from zero on the money side. The other thing we're going to assume is you don't have a network, right? You have interest and passion, but you don't have a network. We're going to assume mom and dad aren't in the business, or your uncle or grandpa or whoever, right? So we're going to assume, again, you're starting from where I would have been, with no network. So those are the two kind of weaknesses that we need to work to strengthen. On the positive side, you have a couple of things that are valuable if positioned correctly. First, you have time, right? You're about to be a high school graduate. Maybe you have a part-time job, maybe not. But you certainly have more time than a real estate professional who is, doing this full time, or heaven forbid, working full time, doing this part time and raising a family, right? Your allotment of time and your flexibility with your time has to be more than a potential mentor's in this case. And the other one is you have both energy and, let's call it, technology skill or apps experience that lots of folks, my age group and above, simply don't have. So you do have a lot of positives. So don't come into this thinking, everything is, oh, woe is me. You do have a lot going for you. So realize that, and we're gonna come back to those 4 points in a minute. I think there's a couple of things that I recommend everyone do, whether you're starting in high school in your 20s, 30s, 40s, or 50s. And that is, first, you need to pick an area, because if you followed me for any length of time, read my book, or gotten my online course, you realize that I think it's imperative that you learn a market. I believe this game is won when you can, get good and great deals and ignore bad and average deals. And I think one of the things that everyone should do, whether you're starting in high school or not, is spend some time learning your market. And I show you how to do that. So the first thing you need to do is pick an area. And then if you're starting out, I would also pick a type of investing, right? What really gets you excited? Is it the buy and hold strategy, which I talk about, right? Is it that wealth generation, that legacy wealth, that stuff you can pass on, and, mailbox money and all of that? Or do you like the flips, right? Do you get enamored by HGTV or, flipping shows or whatever? Or are you on the wholesaling track where you get good at talking to motivated sellers, attracting them, creating a spread, and then ultimately selling out to a buyer's list? And there's so much more, right? Whether it's land, ground up development, trailer parks, whatever it is. But figure that out, right? Right. So pick an area and then pick a type, because what I want you to do in the beginning is I don't want you to lose time to the shiny object syndrome, right? If you go like 17 different directions and don't get anywhere, you're going to feel like you're making progress, but you're really not. So spend a couple of weeks, go to YouTube University, and figure out what type of investing you want and where. Okay. So if you can do that, now you need to come back and go, okay, how can I find someone in my area doing my type of investing that I can add value to? So you need to start going to real estate meetups. You need to start going to trying to find Facebook groups that are in your market, and doing the types of stuff you want. And you need to start thinking about how you can add value to someone who's been doing it. And I would look for someone that's been doing it for at least one real estate cycle. I think getting attached to somebody who's been doing it 3 to 5 years, especially the last 3 to 5 years, may not be the right idea because they haven't seen a down cycle. And if you're going to invest essentially free, meaning no dollars, in someone, let's get you someone that's been doing this a while. So what I would do is I would figure out what you could do, whether that's, driving for dollars if someone, or project managing projects, or heck, going to Home Depot or Lowe's and returning things. Maybe it's creating walkthrough videos if you're good at creating videos and stuff. Maybe it's taking over and or creating someone's Instagram account, Snapchat, whatever that happens to be. There's lots of folks that are doing real estate investing that have, either they tell themselves they have no time, or they just don't have the skills or experiences, that they would love someone like yourself to come in and say, hey, I'm gonna create an Instagram account for you. I'm gonna post 2 videos and 5 pictures a week, and all I need to do is follow you around and take the pictures and the videos, right? Somebody did that to me when that would have been interesting. That would have been awesome, right? No problem. Meet me, every Wednesday at 4:00 and we'll go do some stuff. So there are lots of things you could do. Another thing is you go to local meetups, right? Figure out who's hosting stuff that you're interested in, and have them make some introductions. And again, always come at this from a value add perspective. I would like to do things for you, and then you collect experience and answer questions and all of that stuff on the other side. So I think thank you again, for reading my book. I'm not sure how many high school students or younger have read it. Some, right? We've done some book reports, but that makes me very happy. I hope this helps you. I do think you have a tremendous opportunity ahead of you. I wish I would have gotten started right out of high school. So hopefully this makes sense. Again, you need to figure out the network and money side. Those are your weaknesses, right? So you need to network, meet a lot of people, and you need to start save, right, as you're going along. And but you have time and energy and experience with apps, so use that to your benefit, and go ahead and collect on that. So I hope that makes sense. Have a great day. Let me know if this video works for you, and if you're getting started in high school, maybe in college, go for it. You have a lot ahead of you, and you can do it. Take care.